Part of the Easter weekend and faced with a few hurdles when it comes to planning. Number one, we got rain in the forecast. Number two, even if we didn't, staying at home, staying safe, staying responsible. So I'm sure a lot of you seeking out fun things to watch, either on your own or with the rest of the family. Then we bring in our own Jesse Irwin, joins us with a few suggestions to keep our holiday spirits high. We like to call it The List.
Thanks, Michael. Well, before we start, I want to take things back just a few years to the early 2000s. It's a simpler time. You walk into your local Blockbuster and you immediately are immersed in rows and walls of the cinematic universe. Movies like Anchorman, Mean Girls, $1 Million Baby, and on the wall, for whatever reason, are 30 copies of Shrek 2, renting at a rate of $4.99 for 3 days. But you got everything, right? Classic movies, family movies, you name it, it's there. All right. Snap back here to 2020. Now that vault of video lives on the internet now, and that's where your old AOL account used to live, But the key to that vast collection is just in the click of your remote. So for Easter weekend, here's 3 recommendations for what you should bring up to the counter at your local Blockbuster. Now, first on the list is the classic movie The Easter Parade. Judy Garland and Fred Astaire star in a movie musical made in 1948 that has song titles that remind you, well, it was made in 1948. Songs like Steppin' Out with My Baby, Fella with an Umbrella, and of course, When the Midnight Choo-Choo Leaves for Alabama. And these are all written by the late, great Irving Berlin, so you know they're great. The guy wrote everything from God Bless America to White Christmas. In summary, just don't watch this movie. Watch it with the lyrics up on your phone, the way Irving Berlin wanted you to. Next one's geared a little more toward you kids. I'm talking about the movie Hop. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's the greatest animated movie of all time, but it's perfect for Easter weekend, and it's one of those movies you can watch while you're doing an art project or you're playing Connect 4. Plus, it's got Russell Brand as the voice of the Easter Bunny. And if you kids aren't feeling it, well, you can always turn on one of my favorites, Shrek 2. Last but not least, I'm going to recommend an episode of Bob's Burgers. I sat down and watched this thing yesterday, and I like the show a lot, but I'm not going to sit here and say that I constantly am turning it on. Frankly, that might change after yesterday. From the second this Easter episode started, the only moments I was really able to even breathe and not be laughing my butt off was the last 10 or 20 seconds of the ad that Hulu was playing. So we'll have links to all of these on our morning show page. And if you're looking for something a little more serious to celebrate Easter this weekend, remember at noon on Sunday, Andrea Bocelli will be performing live by himself from the Duomo in Milan. And Michael, with all that Italy and the world has and continues to go through, that's about as powerful as an Easter Sunday can get.
Jesse, I greatly appreciate it, and tell you what, it's going to be a perfect weekend to go through your laundry list of great ideas right there, because as you mentioned, it's going to be a tad bit rainy for this Easter weekend. Now, before we get there, we got to kick this cold snap, because as we take a look at the